Good morning, everyone. Hi. The tier list, yay. Uh, I made my own tier list because of the various tier lists that I have searched. A lot of them about Jesus Christ. Look at the quality of the images. Anyway, most of the tier lists I found about Black Souls 2 either didn't contain all the characters or contained like too many characters, like every single boss, every single enemy, and not just the like main interactable characters. And the ones that didn't have characters like Humpty Dumpty, Hang, only the girls. So I myself made this tier list with all the characters I thought were like important. So that's it. Either way, let's go very quickly through the explanation of the tiers here, uh, since I think everyone already know. All day, all night for the best characters. Breedable, it's pretty explainable. If I was drunk, no, for those characters that aren't that great, but also aren't really that bad either. Kissable for kissable characters, not happening characters I don't want, and illegal for this little girl here. Basically. Oh, the first one is already Grand Gunno? No, let me. Okay. Karnaki, let's start with Karnaki then. Karnaki is actually. Okay, I guess. My my man is funny, but I think that's all he has, to be 100% honest. Like, uh, eh, maybe you could consider him like kissable because he's funny, but I guess that's all he has. Right up is Lindamia. So I really like Lindamia. Like I think Lindamia is a really cool character. However, I really don't really think Lindamia is all that interesting. Like, uh, aside from like, oh, what a cool character! He's so cool. He fights, and that's all he has, in my opinion. Also, he looks like he doesn't shower. So Edith Liddell. Edith is really cute and adorable. I love her personality. She's so very adorable and cute. And obviously, it's not happening. It's even in Nico. But she was done so dirty in the game. Like, her her sister became a nightmare. Her her elder sister became a nightmare. Her second sister is the main focus of the game, and she just becomes a bird, just a bird. Talking about birds, the next is Lord. I like Lord, he's interesting. I mainly like him because of his connection to Grand Gunno, but that's honestly all he has to himself, and not gonna happen. Sure, she's cute. I like that she's a cat slime girl. That being said, I'm not Grim, so if I even touched her, I would die, and not die uh, drained like with Princess Frog. I would just melt to death, and I think that wouldn't be so pleasurable as to be killed by literally being drained dry. That being said, I think I could try to kiss her even if it would destroy my face. The next up is Gerda. Gerda is also very cute, adorable. Not even gonna talk about her. Unis. Unis. eh, like she actually, not that I think about it, when is this? Like she has a horn, and there are multiple things you can do with a horn. But look, I think it could be fun to like. Uh, I mean, I guess this would change depending on if you are a man or a woman, right? But I guess it could be fun to like maybe I don't know how to explain myself, but I think it could actually be really fun uh, um, to do unis. Leiden. Leiden is infinitely better than unis. The only problem is that she likes strong people, right? And I'm not strong enough. That being said, she actually I think unis should be down here. Yes. That being said, no matter if I am strong enough or not, Lady is Lady is pretty hot, and she's like very strong, which is extremely appealing. She's breedable. She's really breedable. She's she's almost up here. She's almost here, but she's here for now. The next is Mabel, and just because Mabel is like the favorite character of our dear member, I'm going to leave her for to be one of the last characters I'm gonna talk about. Oh my gosh, the sackhead girl. My girl doesn't seem out that well in the mind. She seems completely unaware of what is happening. So honestly, it's not happening because like um, it feels it feels as if I am uh, taking advantage of her, you know. Uh, uh, what's the name? The cheeky oyster. I think she's called a Zoa or something. I don't believe Zoa is a kid. I believe she's just small because she's an oyster, right? Like Kuti calls her, if I remember correctly, Kuti calls Zoa older sister, and like we are gonna talk more about Kuti when she comes up here, but either way, being an eldritch god, she she doesn't quite feels the she doesn't fit the arbitrary categories we humans create. Like, is she a kid? Is she a teen? Neither of them. She's a god. But either way, I believe that even in the god sense, she's not a kid. She's just small because she's an oyster, right? That being said, if she is a kid, she's down here, obviously. But since I'm considering that she's not a kid and she's just an oyster, then I fully believe she would be. Yeah, I very clearly like Brady characters, right? Um, and Zoa, I, I don't know. Zoa's teasing personalities is really charming. I like Zoa a lot, but obviously she's only here if I am correct and really is a, f- a full adult god if she's here. Okay. Florence. Florence. Honestly, Florence is really cool and she should be here. However, I don't really like the this character. It is like animal characteristic. Like here, let's take Unis and Show for an example. They are mainly human. Show. Okay, let's take just Unis and Leiden. They are mainly human. The body is human. The face is human. Everything's human. They just have animal characteristics, like uh, uh, Unis has the tail, has the ears, the horn. Leiden too has the lion tail, the lion ears, the mane. Not Florence. Florence has the face of a dog, so that's really a extremely turn off for me. Because if she had just the human face, she would be here, right? But with the dog face, she's down here. You can't do this. I wouldn't smash her, but she's a really good character. I like her a lot. Nigeriana. I think her name is actually. I thought about it when I was editing the videos. I think her name is supposed to be said like Lingeriana because she's wearing lingerie, right? Yeah, I will still keep calling her Lingeriana either way, but Lingeriana, I like her sister Victoria. She isn't. I mean, I believe she may be a succubus, but doesn't seem out that interested in draining men, So, oh well. Either way, she. I like the personality. She's crazy and like, uh, crazy. I don't know, my dude. I would like Nigerian more than Unis. Kuti. Now, Kuti, I do believe she. I'm not sure if a child exactly, but she really does seem extremely young, even for a god. Uh, the dialogue in the game calls her a little girl, so yes, I'm assuming she even by God's standards she's a kid. So not gonna happen. But she's extremely cute and adorable. Her little face. I want to grab her little cheeks here and squeeze them because she looks so adorable and so cute. Hey, my main Hey is the goat. My dude appeared, beat up Jabberwock, and walked out alive. I hope at least he was alive. My dude is the single best character. He's so hecking cool. Uh, I would like to go in a train ride with him. Unfortunately, he isn't my kind of he isn't my type. But I would like to spend time with him. Humpty Dumpty. Why did I put Humpty Dumpty in the tier? No, not gonna happen. It's a little egg, and I doubt he even can like open his mouth or anything like that. And honestly, I think my dude doesn't even have arms or legs. I believe my dude is literally just a giant egg with the chick inside. Poro. Uh, I just put Toro in Toro. Poro in the tier list because I wanted to say, oh my gosh, I'm so sad Poro died. And and but either way, Poro, just like Hey, Poro was the goat in the ending. My man appeared, fought the definition of craziness, won, saved the Red Hood, and sacrificed himself for her. My dude deserves to be in heaven. I love you, Poro. I love you. Oh, the chick now. Oh no, shit. I obviously it's gonna be here, but either way, the what's the name? My chick in my playthrough, I named chick the I named her Gustling, and it's so silly, but I feel so protective of her right now because like she's so adorable, and the fact that I could name her and I give her the name Gustity. She's so cute, so cute, and I like to treat her as my own daughter. She's adorable, and I will kill everyone who dares to do anything to her. Warriors. Lumia, if you are watching this, do you remember what I said about Warriors during the premiere of that video, my man? Warriors is very hot, very hot. I like Warriors a lot. Uh, like Warriors is so great, so great. Uh, words can't explain. I guess she's just really my type. All day, all night. The first character of the day that is in the top of the tier list. Yay! She's really hot, dude. What can I say? It's a communist, uh, Russian communist chubby girl. She's really hot. No, Miranda. I guess it's not really Miranda. It's Mary Filia, but uh, Miranda was cool. I thought that I put Miranda in this in my Black Souls 1 tier list. However, with Mary Filia things are different because she has basically the same personality as Miranda, but she's more caring than Miranda. So she like not exactly more caring, but she shows more emotions, you know. So she's breedable, and she loves you very much. Mary Filet is adorable. I'm petting her with the mouse right now. I'm sorry, Romeo. Ver- Vernai. Vernai is also really cool, really great, but the same thing as Florence, the animal face, it won't happen. In his case, it's even worse because I believe it's basically the entire body that is like a rabbit. Serpent God. Serpent God. Serpent God, I'm sure Serpent God isn't a kid by any means, but he chose the appearance of Francis Liddell, a kid, so that's fucked up. With the appearance, like I'm assuming that his shy and stuff personality is the real personality of Serpent God, and he isn't just I don't know pretending. But either way, with this body, it can't happen. But if Serpent God can change his appearance, right? So if he just picked a normal older body, so I think that Serpent God is basically the same case as Zoa. He isn't a kid. The appearance he took is of a kid. So if his appearance, it's not going to happen. But if he picked another appearance here, Bunny Girl, Bunny Girl Mary, I think is the name. Yeah, the same thing, not happening. And she, these two are very cool. This one is not, no. Who is this? Ah, Jack the Ripper. Yes, also another dog. Chiquirust is just a what's the name of male chicken? Roast, of course. Are you stupid, Gusty? The pumpkin bro, my man, is really great. Pumpkin bro is extremely great. I would like to pass some time on his mansion. I would probably get diabetes, but oh well. Blackwell. I I'm not going to lie at all. Blackwell is Blackwell is actually quite hot. I Blackwell is actually quite hot. Alice. No, this is the Alice is here. The Oh shit! I forgot to put I forgot to put the sister, daughter, and mother Alice. But I guess it's whatever since our fan would go here. So if you're wondering, Gusty, where would you put the three Alices you can choose in the start of the game? They would all go here. Okay. Well, now this Alice, I picked her thinking of the crowning one, right? I'm going to judge this Alice sprite as if it was the crowning one. The crowning one is kinda like Leaf, but in a less harder way, like Leaf. The crowning one will put you through this hellish world and everything, but Leaf will be by your side. She's gonna be the second main protagonist with you. She's gonna fight with you. She's gonna do you. But the crowning one won't even bother to show up. So my dude really uh, go get out of my way, crowning one. That being said, the crowning one is obsessed with you. So and the important thing to remember: the crowning one has tentacles. Bandersnatch now. See, this is what I was talking about. Bandersnatch has the kind of personality that a dog has. But unlike Florence, she does not look like a dog. And just because of it, she's already way higher in my list than Florence is. I think Bandersnatch is actually. How many times have I said it already that I think a character is actually pretty hot, but she really is. She really is. I like Bandersnatch a lot. I think that of the three nightmares, oh my gosh, the other two are already the Jub Jub and Jabberwock. How lucky is that? Either way, I think that out of the three nightmares, she's the one that I find the hottest. So better than Blackwell, better than the Crawling one. Where would I put her? Here, I believe. Jub Jub. Jub Jub is great. Also extremely great. I love the Jub Jub's design. Like the the two color wings and the whole like madness aspect of her. I like Jub Jub so hacking much. Jub Jub is my favorite from the three nightmares. Bandersnatch is hotter, yes, but Jub Jub is also really good. Jabberwock, on the other hand, in my honest opinion, Jabberwock is extremely disappointing. She she's kind of like Leaf in the sense that she's like crazy, extremely crazy, and wants to see chaos and suffering and blah blah blah. But uh, but her personality is so passive that like she gave the book to Leaf and everything, but in the end she really doesn't do much in the game, you know. So that's actually kind of sad because I expected so much of her. She also does uh, bad things to you, so I guess that's so I guess she's kind of the only character, and she and Cinderella, right, that give Graham a taste of his medicine. Also, oh my gosh, Alice. Also, uh, the Serpent God's a boy. Yes, I am aware. Doesn't make my appreciation for him any less any less strong. I guess that he being a boy only only makes me even more interested. Yes, Alice, not gonna happen. I mean, I believe this Alice isn't like the actual Alice, right? And it's the crowning one. But either way, not gonna happen. Lorena, also not gonna happen. Let me put the sisters right next to each other here. The eldest, the second, and the youngest. Pricket. Pricket, I believe Pricket is Alice, right? The actual Alice, not like the crowning one or the nightmares pretending to be Alice. I think Pricket is Alice. Uh, Pricket is really cool. I remember, man. I remember playing, um, recording right my playthrough of Black Souls and getting to Queensland, and and I remember watching the like her sing and drinking here a can of Monster. It was so cool, amazing. I love cricket. Now, where would I put her is a great question. She's also a little bit teasing, right? I remember there's a scene where you were in her doing stuff, right? And she says, "Oh, are you really touching a gross part, or is it a tentacle?" And Gray actually starts getting, he starts panicking a little bit, and he kind of gets a little bit of a placebo effect, and he starts to believe, holy shit, it's a tentacle. And then Green hastily like lifts the skirt, I believe, because he's panicking, like, holy shit, it's a tentacle. And no, it's just a normal. Cricket was just teasing. I like Cricket so much, dude. Now, where to put her is the actual question. She's better than the Crowley one. Look, Crowley one, the original is always better than the copy. Dormouse, she just sleeps and sleeps and sleeps and kills everyone you love if you if you hit her. So I guess that being said, she's really cute, really adorable. Her sprite is so different than the others that I actually, when I first saw her, I because look, do you agree with me that her sprite is drawn in a very different way than the other characters? When I first saw her, I actually thought, man, is this drawn really made by Toro? It looks so different than the others. The Hatter. The problem with the Hatter is that the original Mad Hatter is a character I hold very dear in my heart. So the Hata is not all that enjoyable. Whenever I see the little scenes of her, I feel really bad. Alice in Wonderland, it is applies to the huge majority of the characters, but Alice in Wonderland was extremely important to my childhood. Words can't express it, and like uh, having having little scenes with the Hata just makes me feel really bad. So Hata is an interesting character, I agree. But I can't do things to her, otherwise I feel really bad. Victoria. Victoria from the first game was already really nice. This Victoria is even better. She's crazy, she's a succubus, and she's gonna drain you dry. Yes. She'll also kill you, so that's kinda curious now that I think about it. The amount of characters that I feel attraction towards because they are going to kill me. I guess I should talk about that with my doctors. Griffey. Griffey is really I'm assuming Griffey and Moki aren't lesbians and are just kind of bi or something. I mean, I guess that sexually uh, I guess that it doesn't really matter in the world of Black Souls. But either way, Griffey is really nice. I didn't follow her quest line during my playthrough, but when I did, I really liked her very much actually. She has a nice personality, and for someone who is supposedly, like, the name sure is, but for someone who is supposedly based on Griffith, the villain from Berserker, she isn't at all like any. She doesn't resemble him at all, and that's actually a good thing. I like Griffey very much. Oh my gosh, the huge majority of the characters are either going on Breedable or not happening. This is my insane mind. It's all in or nothing. It's all in or nothing. I oh gosh. Maki is actually like I like Maki. She 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 kills some humans, but who never did such a thing, right? Who never killed a person in her life? Either way, Maki. I would put Maki right next to Griffy, to be honest. But the thing is that like, the this service CG makes me extremely uncomfortable. Like, the love CG, she actually seems to be enjoying herself quite a lot. But the service CG, she doesn't at all. I wish there was a variant of that, like, if you do the service when her covenant is level 2, the normal scene you already know happens. But if you do it when her covenant's level 3, she actually enjoys it, you know? Because honestly, that scene is terrible, man. That scene is extremely terrible, dude. So I'm going to consider that in our relationship here, there won't ever be any service, just love. And we could call Griffy. We already do it in the game either way, so Raya. Raya is cool, but she has syphilis. Bill. Oh, Bill. Margaret. Margaret is cool. She would probably eat me alive. And that no, Margaret is hot, but the more I think about that she would try to warm me, the less I want it, to be honest. Kissable. Shisha. Shisha's nice, but Shishi's nice. Shishi's nice. I no, I think that if I was drunk enough, is a good tier to leave her in. She, yeah, I guess. Here, Mabel, the Tweedles. Let's talk about the Tweedles. The Tweedles. I actually put either one of them and the two together because they are that kind of character that it's basically impossible for you to talk about them separately, you know? I think this here is Tweedledum and this is Tweedledee, right? Tweedledum, I mean, both are crazy in the head, but Tweedledum is even more than Tweedledee. And and she wouldn't really be into me, I guess. I mean, I believe she only has eyes for her sister in the end. So yeah, okay. And she also wouldn't want to kiss me. She never does. Okay, so Tweedledum is going here. Tweedledee, on the other hand, is insane. Insane, but she's insane in the other department. And the amount the amount that Twiddle doesn't want to do with you is the amount that Tweedledee does want to do with you. So she's going here. Now the two together. Why I grabbed the two together? Because they are, like I said, they are that kind of character that you can't really talk about them separately. So the two separately go here, like I said. But the two together, uh, why the two together? Because like, uh, I don't know, man. I actually had a pretty good explanation why I did this, but I don't not fully remember. Either way, if I was drunk enough, I guess. Now let's finally talk about Maple. Mabel, when I first saw Mabel, I I didn't really understand the like all that because people were saying far right like Mabel is the best, Mabel is good, Mabel blah blah blah. But I just didn't see it, when I first saw her and when I explored the Kills dungeon. However, when I finished the Ashes Reunited and started DLC 3 where she appears more, I 100% understood. Mabel is the GOAT. Mabel is one of my favorite characters from this game. She's really, really, really great. And if you have any doubt, yeah, she's going here. Mabel is amazing, amazing, amazing. Even if you don't like you if even if you only get to do stuff with her like once in a lifetime, it doesn't matter. I would like to have a relationship with Mabel, even without anything new at all. Just Mabel, just Mabel is already good enough. She's really great, and uh, yeah, she's going here. Dodo, Dodo is a dumb bird. Honestly, all the bird girls are extremely goated. Goose, uh, Goose, Jub Jub, and Dodo and Griffy too. Extremely goated, extremely goated. If you wanna count Chikaroost as a bird grill, I guess. Dodo, amazing. She's dumb, but she loves you very much. And she's that kind of girl that like she's dumb, but she's not dumb in uh uh like she may not be wise at all and isn't smart, but she actually cares, you know. And not only she cares, but she treats you nice and she is gentle and kind, and she's hot. Like my man, it is here. The size of your head. I would say it's a little bit overkill. Uh, it's a little bit overkill, but and kinda necessary. I don't really like when uh, a drawing has like the parts extremely big. It's kind of turning off, because like my dude, do do you actually like something so like those kind of drawings are like the characters basically just thighs and boobs? How can you enjoy that, man? It's basically not even a human shape anymore. It's just four big circles. Either way, she's really good, and she's massive. She's like 2 meters tall. She's she's extremely tall. Red Hood. Red Hood. In this game, she's 19, right? Yes, I believe she's 19. Which is cool. It means that 3 years have passed since then. Either way, Red Hood is goated. Really goated. I I just don't put her in the here all day all night because she kind of, she and Poro. So what the fuck was this demonstration? But assuming that I don't, uh, that she's not gonna pass stuff to me like Haya will. I still don't know how to pronounce her name. Haya, Haiga, Hai, Haita, Haiga, Haya. So I just call her the slut rabbit. Either way, Red Hood, Red Hood is the goat. She's the best companion by far, and it actually made me so sad um, about what happens to her in the end. I just didn't cry because I honestly was already expecting it. Uh, like the name of the next game is called literally Dead Red Hood. So how could it? So how unlikely was it that she was going to survive, right? Also, random question, but people have said to me that um, I mean, not to me, but I read people saying that Dead Red Hood happens before Black Souls 2, but it doesn't make any sense to me. I always assumed that it was gonna happen after Black Souls 2, right? Because Dead Red Hood and she died in Black Souls 2. So the game can only happen after Black Souls 2. It doesn't make sense in my opinion for her to, I mean, I get, no, but she didn't die in the first game because she wasn't in the Holy Forest, I guess. But either way, we will only know for sure when it comes out, right? But yes, I fully believe that Dead Red Hood happens after Black Souls 2 and not before like people are saying. Like, but the game happens because Dead Root because Red Hood died in the fire of Baphomet, but I don't see it. To be honest, I don't see it. I believe she she survived the attack of Baphomet, and this is after Black Souls 2, but okay. Cheshire. Cheshire acts like Leaf in the sense that the character that appears in the at the bonfires says something funny and blah blah blah. And although Cheshire is really important to the lore, and I actually thought it was quite emotional, her sacrificing herself in the end against the Crowning One. I don't know. I she's just not all that appealing to me, to be 100% honest. Node, on the other hand, Node, like she's quite like Miranda, but kind kind of nothing burger to me. She's kind of Miranda in the sense that she really does love you but doesn't demonstrate it. However, Miranda has more demon qualities. Like she she likes to fight, and she's strong. She likes strong people, and she's very cool. She blah blah blah. Node does not have all that to herself, however. Sure, she's an outer one and she seems to have some sort of control over time, but to be honest, that's all she has to herself. She loves you very much and makes a lot of children, but honestly, that's more. That's something that makes me like her less. What happened? Why did they? Why did the images? Why did the images get even low quality now? Either way, that being said, Node isn't that bad either. I guess I put her in the top of this tier. Okay. No, what did I do? I did something, didn't I? I guess. Either way, I don't know why Lorena is still here, but not gonna happen. She, no, I suppose this Lorena is older than this, but it's still nowhere even close to being an adult. So I accidentally put the crawling one out of here. Okay, Grim. Grim is a very interesting character to judge, actually. In a lot of senses, Grim is both the villain, the hero. He's both the savior, the killer. He he's both the one responsible for this happening and the one responsible for this ending. So Grim is an amazing character. He's actually so great, and I love that Black Souls 2 explore his mind. Like in the first game, Green doesn't really do much, like in the sense, like of course he does the entire story, but I mean in the sense that like he doesn't show a lot of personality and stuff, and it always feels more like your choice. In the second game, however, there are a lot of moments where I feel like it's not I that am making a choice, but rather Grim, and this is really cool because Grim being a mix of a lot of minds really does need to have this sort of conflicted opinions and stuff, because he really does have a lot of different opinions in the same body, and this is actually really great. That being said, no, don't get close to me, Grim. Don't you dare get close to me. But yes, amazing character. I like how there's moments where you like the scenes with Bill and Serpent God. I guess you can see a little bit of Hans. I think the name is Hans Christian in him, and like the more obvious aspect of other writers is uh, the whole Alice in Wonderland, obviously with Lewis Carroll. There's also Red Hood talking to Grimm, and uh, this is what I assumed at least, right? In the ending, G, she says like it wasn't a god or a mon who created me, but you. And I always assumed she was talking about like the fact that Grimm, I believe it was the Grimm brothers, right? Um, they really were the ones who created her, the ones who wrote her story and stuff. Amazing character. Grand Gunno, on the other hand, doesn't have a personality, right? Um, though Alice doesn't have a personality. In the fight, Grand Gunno doesn't say anything. So, eh, whatever, whatever. And unlike Alice 02, who at least loves you and does seem to care. Grand Gnome really does not seem to even care. So, eh. Now, Pew and Leaf. I purposefully left the two to be the last ones. Who should I start with? Leaf. Let's start with Leaf. Leaf. I by this point you already know it. I love Leaf so very much. She's perfect in every single sense. Oh, Leaf, how much I love you, Leaf. I can't wait for Black. I'm not going to die until Black Souls 3 becomes a reality because I need to see more of Leaf. And she's quoted. And like, but she will betray you and she blah blah. I know. And I lie. I lock it. Holy shit, what did I say? And I love it. And I leave. Leave. If I was the protagonist of Black Souls 2, screw Alice, screw everyone else. Um, instead of going around, oh, I'm going to Alice, I'm going to leave. 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 No, this is actually. No, heck, what did I do? Okay. Heck. Heck, my computer isn't working right now. Okay. Leaf. Amazing. If you look at the dictionary, um, if you look at the dictionary, you search the word perfection. This picture right here is gonna be right besides it. Amazing. Leaf. Leaf. I'm going to leaf. Where's leaf? Leaf. Leaf. There's still Bill to judge. Um, Billy is adorable, really cute. I love my little lizard. I once I have said that Bill is a girl, and people seemed quite quite annoyed by what I said. But why, my man? She says it herself. She says she says like I won't remember the exact line, but she says like ah I wanna be a girl, blah blah blah, and she says like when I die, Serpent God will I will be reborn as a girl, blah 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 blah. So yes, in my opinion, it's very clear that it's uh, a trans girl, you know, and quite an adorable one. She's lovely, very lovely. But even okay, let's consider that it's really a boy and it's not trans and it's just a boy, like people are saying. So what? My opinion doesn't change. It's Bill is still amazing. I don't care if it's a boy, if it's a girl. I love Bill either way, and I wanna marry Bill and have little lizards with him. So adorable, so adorable. My little lizard boy, lizard girl, I love you so much. So adorable. And the thing is, not only does he show kindness and stuff, not only does she love you very much and stuff. But she is also, holy shit, there's a fly attacking me. Holy shit. No. Either way, let's finish this quickly before the fly kills me. Uh, she this kind of character normally is very shy and like doesn't really take the first step, you know. But no, Bill actually does take the first step. She tells you the truth. She uh, explains everything about the Serpent God to you. She gives you a lunchbox, man, and it's so adorable, so adorable. The lunchbox. Oh my gosh, dude. I picture myself. Oh my gosh, coming home after a hard day at work, and my lovely wife comes at me. Oh my love, I made you a I made you a little lunch, and she gives me that little lunchbox. Oh my gosh, I'm going to cry. This is so beautiful, so beautiful. Oh my gosh, and she's a little bit lustful too, because like this might seem like a weird thing to say in a game like Black Souls, but it's just that this kind of character, like trans character, is always depicted as like shy and doesn't take the first step and isn't really interested in stuff, but Bill is, and, and I love Bill. I love Bill. I love Bill even more than Leaf, to be 100% honest. Bill is the single-handed best character in this entire game, entire franchise. Bill, I love you. I want you to be my wife, my husband, whatever you want. I want you in my life. I don't care about what you are. Don't care if you're a girl, if you're a boy. I want you and you alone. I don't care about what you are. I care about you. I love you so much. Okay, now that my little schizophrenic act is over, I I guess we can just assort the characters now. Illegal, I'm not even going to touch because it doesn't matter in which order they are. Not happening. Uh, Florence is better than the girl. Okay, we're gonna go no green. Green has to be the last one, obviously. You know, in the Kissable, I believe that uh, Show has to be the last one because she's going to kill me. Even accidentally. No, Margaret. I suppose Margaret is better than the crawling one than Jabberwocken since it's just a kiss. Now Hakarnaki here, okay. Rain, Pumpkin Boy, Karnaki, Jabberwock, okay. If I was drunk enough. Yeah, I believe Note should be here. Shisha, Unis. Unis should actually be very down. Okay, I believe this okay, now the breedable one. Actually, no, it's okay. I was going to put Blackwell down, but I think she's fine here. Red Hood. Griff, Mock. Griff is better than Mock, the Crowning one. Crowning one should be at the bottom here. Yeah, no. Here. Here, much better. Now, Red Hood, Mock, Griff, Pricket, D. Yes, D, Dodo. No, no, it's fine, it's fine. Dodo, Zoa, Leiden, Jub, Bandersnatch, Merifilha, Victoria, Warris, Mabel, Serpent God, Leaf, and Bill. Yes, perfect, like this. Yay. I forgot to change the colors of the tiers, right? But it's okay, I guess. I'm not going to touch it right now. Whatever. Okay, so this is the final result. I think it's actually I think it's okay. Eh, like I said, I believe Zoa and Serpent God. Serpent God, I'm sure he is not a kid. He's just taking the appearance of one. And like I said, with the appearance of Francis Liddell, he's going to be here. I'm putting him here assuming he will change the appearance of his body, okay? Now Zoa. Uh, Zoa, I'm also assuming she's not a kid. And she's just small because she's an oyster, blah 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 blah. If she's a kid, she's down here. But either way, this is the final result, my dears. This is probably one of the last videos of this year, so yes. I hope you guys enjoyed. Uh, I will probably post one more video, but either way, if I don't, Happy New Year, uh, Happy 2026, my dears. Thanks very much for everyone who watched my videos. Uh, I can't really express how much everything, how much your support and everything means to me. It makes me extremely happy, and it just makes me so emotional, you know. Either way, thanks for everything. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Special thanks to our members. Actually, I'm going to put the names on the screen, but I want to do something silly just because I can. Wait. Here. Or special thanks to our members. Captain Rumia, Toshka, and where's the other one? Oh shit, what happened? Oh yeah. And Nicolaus for supporting the channel. Thanks very much, dearies. I love all of you, and I'm gonna see you all next time. Before last thing. Now that I finished Black Souls 2 and even made the tier list, please tell me in the comments what I should do next, what game I should play next, or really whatever you want to see in the channel. Please tell me, okay? Thanks very much for watching. Happy New Year to everyone. And I'm gonna see you all next time. Bye bye.